Yo, another day, another God candle on Bitcoin, baby. Well, actually, not really a God candle, but it is a continuation of the pump. And before you get crazy here, I wanted to make this video to say, hey, look, we've learned one lesson better than any other lesson in the history of crypto, and that is don't be emotional. Don't let your emotions get in the way. Remember, I've been saying all throughout 2022, and I want to put out, there's two scenarios that you can go by here. If you believe that the bottom's in, and you know I've been making content saying, hey, look, Stanley Druckenmiller, the best investor in the history, the GOAT. He's also the GOAT of bear market investing. He is 100% confident we're getting a hard landing recession crash over the next sort of 12 months. And if it doesn't happen, he'd be shocked. So that's his base case. I am not certainly qualified to challenge that kind of investor on this macro bear market. And even though we're all absolute genius macro investors with PhD doctorates over the course of watching a few YouTube videos, yes, it's possible to become that much of an expert. Well, at least we know a little bit, right? The fact is that we know that this macro bear is still in effect. The macro cycle, the overall trend is to the downside. So this is a really nice rally. And don't get me wrong, we love ourselves a nice rally. These rallies are the lifeblood of what keeps you going mentally, emotionally throughout these tough times. Is seeing a little bit of green, just a little bit of green is all you need sometimes to just feel like things aren't as bad as they seem. And so that's really, I think, psychologically, emotionally important to see these rallies. It's also, like I said, I got off the sidelines with a little bit of capital, not a ton, right? Not a ton, because I wanted to feel a part of this. And so I call it lucky timing, call it instinct, whatever you want. We had a nice little rally here, but I'm not convinced this is the beginning of the new cycle. Remember, if this is the beginning of a new cycle, if you believe that and you believe the bottom's in, which many more qualified investors than me do not, I believe that you have so much time to allocate to the market. You have so much time. This market's not going to run away. It's not going to scurry off, and it's not going to abandon you. What you need to remember is to not trade emotionally. Do not make this mistake again. It's 2021. It's not the feeling. It's not the vibes that we have as 2021. The Fed printing, QE, infinity, just number go up. Everything's going up. Used cars going up. Watches going up. That's not the world we're in right now. We're in the opposite world where the Fed is getting super, super hawkish and they're remaining hawkish. And what we've seen, just to be clear, some of the stuff that's going on with the Treasury is offsetting the quantitative tightening, meaning we haven't seen the full effects of QT. We haven't seen the harsh downside of a lot of the things that the Fed has done yet, because we're draining the strategic petroleum reserve to offset inflation. We're draining the Treasury balance funds. I forgot the actual. I'm going to show this clip to you of Stanley Druckenmiller tomorrow, and it's going to blow your mind because it's so relevant as to understanding that we have a lot of macro headwinds in our future. Now, for now, those haven't manifested. So understand, if you believe that the market's up only from here, I still think the absolute safest way to get involved, again, do your own research, not financial advice, but dollar cost average. You spread out your bets over the course of years, and that way, or many months, and that way you get an average price over a period. And again, I think this cycle will be frustrating, up and downs, lots of emotional swings back and forth to get people offside. The main thing, the way to survive this is to not overcommit at any point. Just don't overcommit. Don't get crazy, right? You're not trying to make it all back in one trade. We have 2030 vision. We have 2030 goggles on right now. We're imagining the way the world is in 2030. We're making long-term plans. We're making stable ways to increase our own abilities to earn income, to develop our professional skills, to emerge out of the other side of this bear market, making more money on a daily basis by becoming better versions of ourselves, saving more money, allocating responsibly with a long-term vision to the market, and understanding where the true value centers are. We're not chasing pumps. We don't have this up-only degenerate bull market that we had in 2020 and 2021. When we get there, and if the Fed reverses and starts saying, you know what, we're going to start printing, we don't care. We're just going to start printing and saving, stepping into the economy, reversing our policies. That would be a bat signal to say, cool, maybe it's time to start getting more heavily long, right? We don't have that bat signal, right? But we do have a nice little rally. So if you're going to allocate, think long-term, don't get crazy. If you believe the bottom's not in, or if you're trying to short, that's not really my strategy right now. I'm mostly just happy to see the green numbers. And I wanted to put this video out so that people don't necessarily get emotional feeling. I saw some comments, we missed it. I have so much FOMO. Why didn't I put it all in at 15, 16? that is exactly the way markets mess you up. Exactly the way markets mess you up. So I think the best thing I can do on this channel sometimes is when the market's dumping super aggressively, or when I think the market's gonna dump super aggressively, let you know that. When I think the market's gonna pump super aggressively, sort of put those words out. But in general, try to take the emotion off. If things are super, super up only, try to calm the vibes down, because in the end, trading emotionally never works. And if things are looking really, really bad, just sort of calming the waters as well, because it's never as good as it looks and it's never as bad as it seems. Anyway, don't FOMO trade, don't emotionally trade. Remember the lessons we've learned, 2030 vision, 2030 goggles. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe. We're doing daily content again. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, so I'm going to do my best to have as many videos come out as I can. But as always, I appreciate you all, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode. Cheers.